Welcome back to Films Retold. Today we're going to be theorizing on who Autumn Rivers really is from the show Outer Range. We are 1 for 1 for guessing people's true identity on this channel, so let's see if we can keep the trend going. There will be spoilers and information included from the Outer Range trailer in this video, so that means you may see information from episodes that haven't aired yet. Currently, a total of 4 episodes have dropped for Outer Range. At this point, I think we have enough to at least come up with a plausible theory on Autumn's character. There are 2 possibilities that I'm entertaining from what we've seen and heard from the show. The first is that Autumn Rivers is Amy Abbott. The second is that Autumn is Royal's younger sister. Here's the deal though, Autumn being Amy has a ton of evidence, whereas Royal's sister was pretty much just introduced to us. The only information we have about Royal's sister was from what Royal told Rhett during the car ride home. We don't even have a name for the character. I can't see the writers of the show introduce such a major plot twist this late in the season without some detailed character development. For those reasons, we're going to focus on and theorize that Autumn Rivers is actually Amy. Let's break it down and I'll explain why this is the case. The low-hanging fruit for this theory is the obvious genetic traits that the two share. Blonde hair, blue eyes, but they also share a similar clothing style. When Amy and Autumn interact for the first time, Amy even mentions how she likes Autumn's necklace. This is the same necklace Royal wins from the card game with Autumn in episode 4. I have a feeling Amy is going to end up with this necklace at some point later in the season. Aside from the obvious stuff, there's a few more subtle clues throughout the series that give this theory some legs. Let's start with when Amy asked her grandmother Cecilia to tell her the story of how she and Royal met.
Can you tell me how you and Grandpa met?
I've told you that story.
I know, but tell me again.
Well, we met a very, very long time ago. Your grandpa grew up hard. Never knew his real father or his real mother. One day, something happened that made him want to run away. Says he can't remember. But my family found him. He walked right up to this ranch, just a kid. Same as you. I feel like I was waiting for him my whole life.
At the end of the story, Cecilia says Royal walked right up to the farm with no memory of what happened before. Same as you. What other meaning could Cecilia have for saying that, other than Amy just appearing one day like Royal did? I don't think Perry and Rebecca are the biological parents of Amy. I believe that Amy had time traveled as a child, and at some point the Abbotts took Amy in, which led to Perry and Rebecca adopting her. It makes the most sense for Perry and Rebecca to take on the parenting role for Amy because they had been married, while Rhett was still living as a bachelor. Then we have the relationship between Billy Tillerson and Amy. Billy is always shown being very nice to Amy. Even the night of Trevor's disappearance when Amy comes down the stairs, Billy speaks to Amy softly, and even ends up giving her a ride home from school later in the season. Autumn and Billy will also have some sort of relationship in the series, as we see Autumn branding Billy with the symbol she's been drawing. This happens later in the season, as these stills were taken from the trailer for the show. We can confirm this is Billy and Autumn by matching clothing and jewelry. Again, this may seem irrelevant, but the writers purposely had this scene of Billy's kindness towards Amy, and not any of the other Abbott family members. We also have the scene right after church where Amy gives the picture to Royal. The picture shows the same future Royal saw in episode 2. This ties Amy into all these events going on, even though at this point in the show we've never seen Amy interact with any of the time travel weirdness. She does interact with Autumn, but that doesn't happen until after she made the picture for Royal. The writers have no reason to do this unless Amy has a connection to the time travel events. The picture depicted the Abbott family all in yellow shirts, and when we see Autumn in the future, she seems to be the leader of this cult-like group. Each person behind her also has a special stone around their neck, just like the one Royal won in his card game. Speaking of the scene from the future, we see everyone from the Abbott family except for Amy in the crowd. Rhett is there, Perry's there, Cecilia's there, but not Amy. Autumn's there, though. It's possible at this point Amy has disappeared, whether it be from falling into the hole, or perhaps it relates to the stones. There's also the real possibility that Amy just vanishes the same way we see the mountain vanish when Royal and Autumn shake hands. Autumn's presence in this timeline alone could be causing a paradox. Autumn never says how long ago her accident occurred, but she does mention to Amy that she's been drawing this symbol for years before finding the Abbott ranch. When Autumn speaks to Royal inside the barn, she tells him that before she got to the ranch, she couldn't remember anything from before she was 9 years old. Amy is also 9 years old, so if an event did happen to Amy to cause her to lose her memories, it would make sense for Autumn to not remember her childhood. So how do we explain all this and the 2 versions of Amy if Autumn truly is Amy? Basically, Amy from the past goes through the hole and ends up on the Abbott ranch in the future. Then 9-year-old Amy, as we know her from the current timeline, goes back into the hole again, bringing her back to the past again. Only this time she has the special stone necklace with her, bringing her even further back into the past. Amy now goes back through the hole and ends up 9 years in the past from our current timeline, but still technically in the future from her original timeline. It's probably here where her accident occurs, causing Amy to lose her memory, so she spends the next 9 years growing up as Autumn Rivers and searching for answers as to who she really is, effectively creating two versions of her in the same timeline. So, what do you think? Is Amy and Autumn the same person? Or is this the theory of a madman? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. There will be more videos like this in the future. I just need to secure the Abbott's West pasture first. Thanks for watching.